Hi, I'm Juliana.
I'm Madeline.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Kenna.
And I'm Landry, and this is Crash Course Brave New World.
Where do drugs, sex, control, outcasts, lively realization, and judgment collide? No, not high school, but Brave New World by Aldous Huxley.
Written in 1932, Huxley was surrounded by several influences around the world. Perhaps one of the largest influences on the book existed due to this common novelty. Whee! In 1908, Ford launched the Model T Ford, the first car in history. This provided inspiration for the premise of the novel. The government in the book worships his Fordship, and the T, a symbol, a cross without the top. Their entire concept of time is AF, not what you're thinking, but after Ford. The Ford is a symbol for industrialization, effective production, in a world where, in the age of manufacturing, the society focuses solely on efficiency and enormous savings to the community.
This is why humans are created in the novel by Huxley. Mothers, fathers, and families are completely obsolete, and the idea of a wholesome relationship is a thing of the distant past. Playing God, the government pours chemicals into jars and mass manufactures populations based on their choosing.
One engineered individual stands out because of his opposing views of the world. Bernard Marx is a citizen that is unhappy, contrasting to the usual smiling, drugged faces around him. Bernard is an outcast everyone whispers about in the streets because
they put alcohol in his blood surrogate. That's why he's so stunted.
But why are there perpetually happy faces? Because of this. Okay. The government issues daily rations of soma, similar to the modern LSD, to control the citizens of the world state.
The government controls everything. How? Sleep conditioning.
Ending is better than mending. Everyone belongs to everyone else. The more stitches, the less riches. A gram is better than a dam.
Phrases like these are played in the sleep of the newly decanted children to brainwash them into conformity. Because we all must believe we belong to a certain caste for a good reason, right?
But let's not forget about my friend Bernard. His story stretches beyond his outcast status. His path crosses with Lenina Crown, a girl who seems like a poster child for the Ford's model of humanity. She's entirely susceptible to believe the lies of Hypnopedia, likes to get around, if you know what we mean. And she's perfectly pneumatic, thick, with 5 C's. But despite that, Bernard is obsessed with her, and as a result, takes her on a date to none other than the Savage Reservation.
There, they meet John. John is a white boy living in a world that is not fit for him. Being a child of natural birth from a Mayan and a woman from the New World, he has been left behind along with his mom to be with the savages.
the reservation holds the scariest images, let me tell you. Natural birth. Monogamous relationships, because we all know how terrible those are. And no soma.
Scared and inspired by the reservation, Bernard and Lenina head back to the New World. But what are their intentions moving forward?
Brilliantly, Bernard proposes to bring John and his mother back to their original home, introduce them to the rest of the community, and civilize them. And the savage is enthralled and excited to be in this brave new world.
Go. Time out! Do any of these names sound familiar to you? Brave New World uses a plethora of allusions in the characters' names. For example, John, which many perceive as a Christ figure, is actually an allusion to John the Baptist from the Bible. Bernard Marx, on the other hand, also refers to not only Karl Marx, the father of communism, but the psychologist Claude Bernard, who studied the effects of alcohol on the liver. And Lenina, lastly, alludes to Vladimir Lenin, a former dictator of the USSR, as well as the relationship or reflection with the royal crown. Seems fitting that these men literally worship her.
to the plot. As they reach the New World, chaos ensues with the change in persona. But as the panic calms down, we see a budding relationship. John is obsessed with Lenina. Unfortunately, nothing comes from this due to his chivalrous views and her promiscuous opinions on love and partnership.
Hold up. John's mom is also in this new world, isn't she? Yes, no, sorta. As soon as they get back from the Salvage Reservation, John's mom takes a heck ton of soma and dives into a peaceful soma trip. The more soma, the faster life is sped up. So soon enough, she fades away. This is the straw that broke John's back, causing a full-blown freak out.
John loses it. John can't stand the stuck-up, closed-minded, soma-addicted idiots on his every turn. John watches the animals around him, waiting for their daily soma rations, and he grabs the bottle and yells, "Don't take that stuff. It's poison, and I come to bring you freedom." Luck didn't help with Bernard and a like-minded friend. They shower the people in drugs, and in return, ruin the one thing they value most. Imagine if someone came to Starbucks and dumped all the coffee on the floor right in the middle of a morning rush. Yes, chaos ensued. It was only quieted by droning hypopedia, rushing water, and a dosage of soma in the air. Here, we also think it's important to explore some of the themes within the novel. Huxley explores his character's individuality and mob mentality, making comments about how too often society looks to fit in and as a result loses their morality.
John serves as a propeller for this theme. He struggles with maintaining his moral compass in a sea of people driven by sex and desire. Side note here, Huxley also asserting that people have corrupted sex and desire from its original purpose, reproduction, and its role in pleasure distracts people from what really matters. While these perfect people succumb to their animal desires,
Baby ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
John is disgusted by their actions. During the long debate between Mustafa Mond, a controller of the society, and John claims that he prefers inconveniences while Mustafa claims that they prefer, quote, to do things comfortably.
Go for it.
John replies with one of the most profound lines of dialogue in the book, saying, "I don't want comfort. I want God. I want poetry. I want real danger. I want freedom. I want goodness. I want sin." Mustafa concluded that this was claiming the right to unhappiness, and the savage agreed, demonstrating that morality is based on personal preference. What I see as right, you could think is wrong, or rather just not care that it's wrong. This parallels society and the debates we even have today on what is right and what is wrong.
John, Bernard, and their friend are all taken back to talk to the director about life, death, the chemically created world, Shakespeare, the Bible, and isolation. A lot, isn't it? Well, they thought so too. Here the story takes a darker twist, and the novel comes to a close, with each character finding the end to their struggles and conflicts. Well, kinda.
Without any spoilers, we'll leave you with this. Morality is difficult to find, society is binding, and sex and desire may be distracting, but in the end, we just have to stay true to what we hold in our hearts. Oh, well, that was exhausting.
Thanks for watching Crash Course Brave New World. We'll see you next week.
How do you say his name?
I think it's Huxley.
Lenina Crow. I didn't realize I had to.
Trans people,
Panic calms down.
And yell. Hold up. Hey, John's mom is also in the New World, isn't she? Yes, no, sorta,